you're always a camera's always getting pointed at you. It sucks. These people just they'll use you for content because that's what you want them to do. No, that's what you made your content around is. Hey, if you point a camera at me, if you're around me, you'll make a lot of money. So they do it. But if you set some restrictions, be like, hey, no.
I mean, the thing is, dude, I purposely don't set restrictions because I think it's good for it's like building a community, and like streamers and all this kind of shit, dude. I think it's good content, it's good all this, but it's not good. I know it's not good for me, but there's no middle ground, like the one thing that could be a middle ground is if I had somebody that I could just fucking, be happy with, then, I can deal with all the shit around me just as long as I have that one person that I could be happy with. But I don't have that. I'm not going to find that, dude. Not while I'm a streamer, at least.
I think...
Like, I don't even care about having sex with any of these fucking clout whores. Like, I don't care, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if some girl is in my DMs and she's trying to fuck, like, I know exactly why she's trying to fuck, and I just am so disinterested in fucking her because it's not even fun anymore, dude. Like, sex is just annoying because then you have to deal with them after you have sex with them. Fuck that shit. I want to hang out with a girl that I actually care about.
Yeah. I can respect that. I just think you can. I think you can find someone. I understand what you're saying. It's just like the doxing, that issue and stuff like that. But I genuinely think that you could go out there, find a girl, and just have her not come back to your place, and that's it. Like, if you have to get a hotel, go to a hotel. Like, don't have her come back to your place. Lie to her. Say what your job is something different, so she doesn't think you're some clout person. There is a way to do it, dude. You can find someone genuine.
Nah, bro.
But the only thing is, then you can talk about these problems and stuff.
If I'm gonna get into a relationship with a girl, I can't start it out by lying to her. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna ruin the entire relationship. Then she's never gonna trust me on anything.
True. Yeah, don't start relationships with a lie. It will end bad. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Especially if one day when she does find out, it's like, yeah, that could be bad. Miskiff is a retard. Just lie to her. Do you want? Okay, then let's hear your help because I could honestly use it. I mean, we're talking about this for a little bit, but it's not an easy situation. What does he do? And that's why he was in the bathroom today because he doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's not easy. The only thing I could think of was trying to go out there and find someone, not really tell them what you do, but then you can't ever bring it back to his place. Kick the leeches, yeah, but that's a lot of his content. So it's like, okay, now what? And he wants that. He wants those leeches because those people can make a living off of them and grow his network. So it's
I can try to date someone who's like on the same, like they're a streamer as well and they're on the same success level. So there's no way they could leech. But no one's gonna want to hang out with me, dude. Like no one wants the fucking their social media with like nigger and faggot and all these fucking random ass things saying fucked up shit. Like nobody wants to be around me, dude. Nobody wants to deal with that. So I can't like just date a girl on my level, dude, of success.
You could just date Erin.
I don't like Erin, dude. She's a cool girl, but I don't want to date her,
I'm just kidding. She's mine. Or that guy who gives her $1,000 a day.
Yeah, like me and Erin I don't think we have anything in common. Like, I don't know. When you hang out with someone, you just know when you have like a connection with them, and there's just zero connection between me and Erin as anything more than friends.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I mean, I'll just deal with it, and eventually I'll deal with it, bottle it up, fucking, and then when it's time to let it all out, have another 3-hour crying session in the bathroom. It's fine.
That's so. What the fuck's? Why would you do that? That's stupid as fuck.
What do you mean? There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, you can't talk about it with your community.
No, I mean, I don't like to, because then people just use it against me. Like everything I have to say will just be used against
I
me.
mean, we're in here right now. What do you mean?
Yeah,
We're
I know,
literally
because
talking to
I
a group of the
really don't know
community.
I really don't have any other options. I'm like really just dying to just tell my emotions to somebody. But
Like, I don't think it's an issue
I
that
know for
you
a fact
show
that
emotions.
I just know for a fact becoming so vulnerable and telling my emotions to people on the internet is not a good idea, because not everyone on the internet has good intentions.
Well, I mean, we're doing it right now, so.
I know, and I'm there's a reason I'm doing it in Discord instead of like on stream. I feel like people in Discord might be a little bit more respectful of, you know, what I'm trying to say here.
I mean,
Or
someone's recording this, I'm sure, and putting this
yeah, I
somewhere.
mean it's fine, dude. I mean I don't care, dude. There'll be people that'll be negative and try to use stuff against me and be like, oh, look at this crybaby. But that's it's better than nothing, dude. Because at least the good people are the ones I'll be looking at. I don't care about the fucking negative assholes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important that you show your emotions. I don't know why you would bottle them up. Maybe even just do talking in here. Like you're talking with your community. Yeah, this is obviously going to put places, but at least you could talk to them a little bit. I don't really see why you would bottle them up, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you say you don't have anyone, which is true. I totally agree with you that yeah, you don't have anyone. You're alone, and that's the life you chose, right? You you chose the life of having people around you all the time who are going to make careers off of you, who are going to use you. But you also have your community, and not all of them are using you. A lot of them genuinely like you.
yeah, I mean, it's not even about having somebody that cares about me for me. I'm also striving to have somebody that I care about too. Like at the moment, like dude, I mean, Voldesad is the only person that comes to mind that I actually give a super fuck about. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone else around me, they're cool, fucking Burger Planet and shit. Like, yeah, they're cool, but I don't, you know what I mean? I have zero. I'm not connecting with him at any fucking level. So it's like it's not even about I want people to care for me. I want to be able to care for people too. And I don't know. I don't really talk to my parents too much, and they're good parents, but they don't know how to give me advice and talk to me on stuff like this. They're very like they're kind of cold, but they don't do it on purpose. I think they're just a little awkward.
You don't think you could find another girl similar to Caroline?
I mean, maybe, but I've tried with like 8 fucking girls in the past 2 months, and I haven't found a single one. And the one that I did was like the one that I found that was like had high potential of me. Like I actually liked her. She got doxxed immediately and threats sent to her family. And then she was just like, yeah, I don't really want to do this with you anymore.
Yeah,
So
I feel you. I feel like it's agreeing with some of the comments are. It's kind of almost impossible to find a girl outside of the community because they're even that girl, like she knew the community. It's impossible. You have to be pretty much a streamer because a girl you have to date is like a streamer because
yeah,
you
but
can't.
if it's a streamer though, dude, it's like it's I don't know, bro. It's gonna be like artificial and shit. It's like, I mean, not necessarily, I guess, we could have real connections even if she's a streamer, but
I mean, you
that
said you have real connections with Caroline and she was a streamer.
I just think my community is just gonna get in between any girl that's a streamer. Let's say they stream. People are gonna go in their chat. They're just gonna say shit like fucking Ice is cheating on you, or fucking faggot, or fucking weird shit. Like they're just gonna get in the way of it and gonna ruin the relationship entirely.
True. I think. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think if you found, and it would be hard to find a girl in the community on Twitch, especially. Hmm. Dude, I
Yeah,
don't
what am I
know.
gonna date a Twitch streamer? Hey baby, you better not show me on camera, otherwise you're
show you on camera, then your community is gonna go in her shit, and then she's gonna go from an ASMR streamer to, you know.
Hey, do you like Prime subs and hearts in your chat? Well, guess what? Fucking the word nigger and fucking try hard and fucking no sub to you, baby. Thanks for sucking my dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no girl. How does that sound appealing at all to any girl?
Sound appealing enough to Caroline.
I mean, she wasn't really a streamer. You know what I mean? She tried to stream for a little bit, but it didn't really work out.
True. So what do you want to do? You can't just keep this shit inside you all the time. Like, that's so fucking dumb, dude. If this just happened now, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna keep happening.
I know.
So
I mean, I
you
have those
can't live
days.
like
I have those days pretty often where it's like, damn, I feel like shit. Like, I really don't want to. Like, I really just can't do anything today.
And as it's been getting worse, it's been getting worse, right?
Yeah, but today is like I've never actually had an anxiety attack. Like, I've been anxious before and like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna do? But I've never like, yeah, just went from one emotion to the other, just like instantly.
Yeah,
I mean, that
so
it might be
you
the
gonna take the
prescription
medicinal still?
medicine. The prescription medicines might, not be helping, obviously. But this was the first day that I actually took them this week. I'm only supposed to take them 3 times a week, so I don't think they had anything to do with it, to be honest. Like the modafinil, I don't think that has to do anything with it.
You
Today's the
don't think it
first day.
hyper focused you on
Well,
the issue?
today's the first day I took the modafinil this entire week because I'm only supposed to take it 3 times a week. So, I mean, it probably didn't help, but it's definitely not the problem.
Dude, you can't then then you're ridiculous to think that you can keep letting this happen or if letting it get worse. You have to do something about it. Whether it's yes, I agree with you. It's almost impossible.
So basically, what I'm looking for right now, is I really want a girlfriend. Okay, I want somebody I can just be like intimate and open with completely, and just tell them just how I feel, and like just fucking have sex with them, and like I don't know, dude, just be like, just get away from it all when I need to.
Yeah. You really don't think you could find anyone else out there? I mean, you found Caroline, and I know that people hate on that shit and stuff like that. Like, of course, but you found someone that you genuinely cared about.
People hated her, but I don't know, man. She helped me a lot. Just like when I needed like when I had days where I needed somebody to talk to, she really did help me with that shit. So I don't know.
If there's
And
someone
then
like
obviously
Caroline,
there was a bunch of issues and whatever, but
and I think that I don't think you should go back to Caroline because you have such a toxic relationship with her at this point. There's no fucking point. But there are girls out there.
I'm not planning on that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking for, like, I just don't know how to find someone,
I think you can. I think they have to be somewhat involved with streaming and stuff like that. So they might, they have to be part of that world. There's no way they can't, because an outsider looking in, there's no way they'll be able to take this and be your girlfriend. There's no way. Like, you're 100% right on that. Kind of realized that finding a girl for you that's a normie is not possible.
Actually, people in the chat room they're actually, they bring up a good point. I was cheating on, dude, I cheated on Caroline like a bunch of times throughout the entire year, and that was something I thought I wanted, but it really is, it's not anymore. I don't know. It was like the first time in my life where girls like actually wanted to have sex with me. So I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm just gonna fuck as many girls as I possibly can, even if that means hurting someone else. But I mean, I don't know. After being alone for the past couple months now, I honestly just don't want that anymore. Because I've had sex with like probably like 6 girls in the past 2 months, and I still feel like shit. It hasn't helped at all. So.
And but you don't want to go back to Caroline. Like, that's ridiculous.
No, I can't, dude. Fucking, it's just gonna be toxic as hell.
Yeah. I think you could find someone else. Look, TwitchCon's coming up, right? Maybe you could find someone there. I mean, I know you're going, or like.
Bro, I can't even. I'm probably gonna get kicked out of TwitchCon TwitchCon
Oh, for sure.
they probably told all their streamers stay away from Ice Poseidon or some shit, you know? Like
Yeah, I already got the message.
there's no streamer girl that's gonna want to hang out with me.
You don't know that. There's definitely gonna be girls there. Are you kidding me?
No girl's gonna risk her career to fucking hang with me, dude.
Dude, what? What do you
Like,
mean? Yeah, of course there would be.
what
Was
do
there
you
last year? You were bad last year. You don't think last year, like there was girls around you that wanted that you could have got with and would have liked you? You don't know until you try. You have to try. And you have to think positively. I do genuinely think you can find someone. Yes, she's a streamer, so obviously she is there for something as well, but she can also be genuine at the same time.
I mean, I know that, but I just don't think any girl is gonna want to
I think,
fuck with
dude,
me because
I
I've just have a I have a bad stigma about me, dude. I have a really bad stigma about me, you know, especially towards Twitch streamers. Like they just don't want to they don't want to fuck with me, and they don't want to fuck with my community. So like they already have this image that they hate me before they even meet. You know, and I talk all this shit online. I talk all this shit on stream, like, oh yeah, fuck this girl, fucking this and that, blowjob, this and that. But it's like I'm just fucking around, you know? I'm just like fucking around when I say that kind of shit. But girls actually take it seriously and get offended by it. And so they already hate me before they even fucking meet me. So, like any genuine ones at least. All the leeches won't give a fuck, but I'll see right through that. I'll tell them to fuck off.
So I mean, you were talking and like thinking about to yourself for a few hours here. So what did you come up with? Like, what do you want to do? Did you think of anything that like you're like, okay, this is I could try this, or were you just was there any
What do you mean?
like you were by yourself today for a while and you were thinking, did
Uh-huh.
you come up with any like possible solution to your problem or no, or something that you want? I know you want a girlfriend, but
I no, I haven't figured it out, dude. That's why I'm here.
yeah.
The
I think you could
only
find
thing
someone. I think you could find someone, dude. I think you're just thinking of your past and stuff. I think genuinely, if you
so let's
there's
say
going to be thousands of girls at TwitchCon. You don't think that you're going to be able to talk to some of them, and some
all
of them
right, but
aren't going to.
it's not even about that. Let's say we do find a girl that wants to deal with my shit and I really connect with, and I think she's a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
I bring her in. My prediction is the Reddit and my entire community is going to hate on her immediately, and then it's going to just tear us apart. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not going to want to deal with that shit. She's not going to want to deal with that shit. But even if she wants to deal with it, I don't want to deal with it. So, I mean, you think I want to deal with a bunch of fucking hate because of some girl?
Then the only other solution you can do is have her never
It's
on
just
stream.
selfish of me. It's selfish of me to do that because other people really enjoy going, you know, mingling in this community. So if I date someone and the community gets really like turned upside down because of that shit, you know, it's selfish of me to ruin it because there's a lot of people who don't give a shit. But then, you know, the people who do give a shit will overtake the Reddit, overtake the Discord, and then it's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
toxic, and then nobody's gonna want to fucking be around that toxicity.
are you saying that you can't? Yeah, I don't know. There's it's a tough situation. I don't. There's got to be some girl out there that you can find at TwitchCon, someone that you can like, and maybe you don't have them on the stream all the time. Maybe you don't talk about them and stuff. Because you have to realize, Paul, if you don't find someone, and if you keep having things like this happen to you, you're constantly feeling negative and depressed, and because you feel so alone, you're gonna shut off eventually. You're gonna give up. Something's gonna happen to you where you're not gonna be able to entertain because you're gonna be so sad and alone. You're going to have to find someone or do something about this because if this continues forever, you're gonna you are gonna be the one that's cucking content, not the girl. You because you're just gonna you're gonna be so depressed, you're not gonna want to do shit, and then you're gonna take 3 months off and go to Greece and lose 20 pounds. You know?
Yeah.
You have to find
I
someone.
agree,
Like,
dude. It's already affected me. Like like I don't know, man. The past couple weeks, I've just felt like a little dead on the inside, and I'm not gonna lie, it is fucking hard to try to figure out some shit to do for stream that's really gonna get me into it when I'm a little dead on the inside.
Exactly. And if it's already cucking you like that, imagine if you're like this for another year. You think you're gonna be able to do it? No way. It's impossible. You're gonna get depressed. You're gonna shut off, and you're not gonna want to stream. And when you do stream, it's gonna be shit. And then the Reddit's gonna shit on you, and you're gonna feel worse. It's just gonna be terrible.
I mean,
You have
honestly, a lot of the Reddit hate stuff, I'm kind of just used to by now. Though I'm just kind of like it's whatever, you know what I mean? Just it's happened after I recovered back in like January, dude. I was just like, all right, these opinions shouldn't really get to me because there's going to be bad times and there's going to be good times. Whereas it really got to me last year because I just thought there was only ever going to be bad times from there on out. But I fixed myself a little bit and the bad times went away. So,
the bad times are coming back essentially, though, right? You're feeling shittier and shittier, and you've never had a panic attack, and you feel very alone. You need somebody, and like I said, you have to find a girl, and we can figure out ways to try to find a girl. We can figure out a girl for you to find that you actually connect with and like, because it's either you find someone and you're happy and the stream's happy, or
bro,
over time.
how do I mute this fucking loud beeping sound?
What loud beeping sound? I
I
don't
don't
hear
know.
anything.
Fucking when you enter and leave.
Oh wait, what? You don't have that on mute? Here,
How do
someone,
I
yeah,
mute
go
it?
to someone in chat. Tell them. Oh, I'll be right back. I need to get some food. I'm dying.
Oh, there you go. I fixed it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was feeling pretty bad today, everybody. I was just kind of, you all know, you just heard it. I just needed somebody to talk to, and I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't really have anybody that I wanted to talk to. And then I kind of Mizkif. I kind of found him. Kind of, we were talking for a little bit, and Mizkif's probably the first person I've talked to today. And hey, I don't even know how to talk about it, to be honest. He's kind of guiding me through it. Yeah, I'm not depressed. Like, that's not a thing. It's just more, I don't want people to think I'm depressed. I'm not, because if it was depression, it'd be every day. This doesn't happen but I definitely have anxiety problems that are starting to, that are starting to form that I didn't really have before. It's been going on for a couple weeks now, so it's not the meds. Nothing to this nature, obviously. Like, I've never busted out with like emotional outrages, like screaming at the top of my lungs in my bathroom by myself. That I don't know. That I just hate everything around me. You know what I mean? Never had shit like that before, but I definitely have been like anxious and just like I can't be around people and shit.
I'm back. What were you saying?
Although, I mean, I'm not really planning on taking the Dafinil or the Temazepam anymore. I'm just gonna take a little bit. I mean, I've only taken it like twice. You know what I mean? I'm only
What do you
supposed to
need
take
it for?
I'm only just for focus. But
What do
it's
you need to be focused for?
just because I have a lot of shit. I have a lot going on, and I need to stay focused. It's easy to like get mentally fatigued doing, my everyday shit. So I just need something that's gonna help my mental fatigue not come on so fast.
Have you ever tried? I mean, like, have you ever tried like black coffee, like strong coffee?
Dude, I mean, I drank a hella Monsters and coffee and
Dude, no, not
espresso
fucking
shots.
monsters. And I've seen you drink. I've seen what you drink, dude. You drink you drink like that white girl mocha latte, like with a shot and bullshit. You drink the crap. All right, drink black coffee. That's what you should have.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I drink espresso shots. It's pretty plain, just black espresso.
And that doesn't help. That usually makes me feel like a little bit focused and better.
I mean, it's good, but
Ice is used
I
a
need,
lot of caffeine.
I
One
need,
cup of coffee isn't going to
I,
do much.
yeah, I need something that lasts like all fucking day. Modafinil lasts legitimately 20 fucking hours. Like I can just 20 hours straight, just straight concentration.
You'd
Coffee's
have
not gonna do
to
that.
give up caffeine entirely to lose your tolerance for it for a while. And that's
Yeah.
not fun either. You get withdrawal from caffeine too.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't drink the caffeine on days that I take the modafinil. So the modafinil is much better with the focus, and there's no crash or anything. But it's just like I only take it 3 times a week. But that's a whole other issue. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Neb? What do you think I should do? Or any advice?
On the whole girlfriend thing, finding a girlfriend?
Not even just girlfriend, but just being around people that I have connections with. Like I just can't connect with anybody. And I already think
well,
I already think I ruined my chances with Kyle and Victor. I don't think they want to be friends with me anymore. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that, dude. I wouldn't say that because I've talked to them both. I wouldn't say that. It's just that what you surround yourself with makes maintaining an actual friendship very hard.
It does, and you know, and then there's the girlfriend thing too, where it's like I really want to be able to care about somebody because at the moment I don't care about anybody except for Gray, but I can't be intimate with him. I'm not fucking gay, so I want to be able to care about somebody to that level, you know.
Do you want me to come over? Hello.
Yeah, I mean,
advice for finding new people. I mean, things like you can make content creator friends, but then there's money motivation for your friendship, so that's not healthy. Meeting girls at conventions again is the whole like, is this person a real person? You know,
that's not even a question in my mind. I can see through people who are leeches pretty easily. Like I've been around so many, it's just so easy to see who's fake and who's real. It's more along the lines of, the real people are not going to want to fuck with me or hang out with me.
Yeah, because the community's toxic side will just like lay them bare pretty much straight away. Like the only other time I can remember of recently was you showed that girl on stream once, and the toxic side of the community got all of her information, went at all of her, you know. I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know what I'm talking about. And that kind of just was over with already within the same day, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's probably easier if someone who's more aware.
Yeah, but how do you find this person? Mm-hmm. Because I already have to, I already don't have a huge, like, what's the word here? I already have to find very niche type of girls who aren't going to care about this shit and are genuine. And then I have to level it down even more because I actually have to like them and connect with them. You know, not every girl that's going to want to deal with this and is genuine, I'm going to have a connection with. So I have to have super specific things that a girl needs to have for it to work out.
I think you just need to take that and be happy that you're aware of that, though. Like, you have to take that knowledge and own that. Like,
honestly, Hannah is a really good girlfriend for Sam. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Sam, the only way he stays fucking sane through all the bullshit that he receives is because he has Hannah. You know what I mean? He has someone to talk to.
Yeah, anyone that is willing to get doused in peanut butter and shit like that is a good girlfriend for TTS donations and shit. Why don't you just date Hannah?
I don't think anyone's gonna be able to give you like a really good advice because obviously I'm not in this scenario.
That's
don't know
what I think
is
too.
good.
Like, there's not many people that would be able to read, like, see my perspective on everything.
I wouldn't
Because
take advice from an incel though.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I don't really like taking advice from anybody because nobody, knows. Like, there not that many people know how I'm feeling, like, based on my perspective of life. You know what I mean? A lot of people have not been in the shoes of. I don't know how to say this. Like, not a lot of people have been in my shoes as a streamer. More, you know what I mean? Like, I could have
exactly. So even though you're in LA and there'll be therapists in LA that deal with famous people, I use the term loosely, like famous people, like known people have like a following. It doesn't mean that they've experienced the same thing as you, so they can't lend their knowledge to your situation because that's what a good therapist would actually be able to do. So that advice isn't really good either.
Yeah, I've tried going to therapists, dude. They have no clue what they're talking about, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, you'll be spending most of your time and money, because therapy costs money, on explaining your scenario to the point where they understand it, and then they'll give you some crap advice, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Pretty much the only advice you can get is from someone who understands your community, because your community is so complex. It's easy for like a therapist from Hollywood to be like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber, blah blah blah." Like, no, your community is much more than just a YouTuber, and you're not just you know what I mean? Your average YouTuber. Your community is ridiculous.
I've come to the conclusion that I need to figure it out on my own. But I just don't. I've tried for a while. I just don't think there's an answer.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I don't think there is an answer. I don't, because it's not. Tried to figure everything else. Tried to figure everything out. There really isn't an answer, because
Yeah,
reality is
I've tried doing, finding new girls. I've tried doing the bullshit where I hide fucking, fucking Caroline and like all this, and it just never works out at all because one, I always have the stress of, okay, will the community find out that I'm dating Caroline? You know what I mean? That was always in the back of my mind, which is not healthy. And then two, it's like the eventual having to deal with it when they find out. Fuck that. And then the new girls, normal girls, impossible.
Yeah. The whole one thing you could work on, well, not even work on, it's just to acknowledge something. From what I know from reading older Reddit posts, maybe from a few weeks ago, like the older circle of friends you had in LA, like Cal, Victor, and everybody, they were happier when it was still a friend group of people doing things for fun as friends, and then talking about it as friends after the fact. And it wasn't just okay, we're working, we did the work, and now we're done. Bye. It was a group of friends doing things for fun, and then it turned out to be a good content stream, etc.
I agree. I just feel bad doing that because, well, they don't get anything out of it. Like, you know what I mean? What does Kyle and Victor get out of it?
What do Kyle and Victor need out of it? You're assuming that they want something other than just to be your friend. What do they actually want? Like, have they ever approached you and said,
I mean, I guess they don't need to want anything. I just feel bad asking people to.
They're probably, from what I know, they used to do it because of the pure fun factor of it. And I'm not trying to speak for them. I just know that that's what they used to do it for. It was because it was fun, not because they needed paid or anything. It's just things kind of went sour from what I know.
About what?
About what? Just like things just went sour over time, like distance, normal things. Things just happen.
Sour with what?
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to elaborate on here. Man,
I mean, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it was
yeah.
definitely it was fun with them, but like I said, at this point, I don't know. I just feel bad like asking anybody to hang out with me who's not
You're
going to get
retarded.
anything out of it.
You're so stupid. How do you think that? What?
Yeah.
If that's your mindset, Paul, you have to reevaluate your whole fucking life because that is a terrible way to think. If that's
It's
really
like
how
your
you're
tweet
feeling,
the other day.
what
Yeah.
the fuck, man? Like,
Why would
they have to get
anybody
something
come
out
to
of
my?
it.
Yeah. It's like the whole why would anybody come to my birthday because they don't get anything out of it? That's like you trying to cater to leeches. That's kind of gross.
I know it's not a good feeling. Like I know it's not a good. I just can't help it. I don't know. I just if I DM somebody and I'm just like, hey, like fucking, do you want to help me do a stream? I don't know, dude. I just feel bad like asking people to do shit if they're not like I just don't see why they would do it. I guess.
Fun. People like people
There's
around you
excitement.
don't just
Excitement
do
tells
stuff.
you.
It's not just they're doing it for like. Why do I like to hang out with my friends? I like to hang out with them because they're fun. I do get something out of it. You're right. I get fun, and they're enjoyable to be around. So you're thinking that they don't get anything out of it. They get fun. You know, your life is fun for someone who to come in and hang out and do stuff. It's pretty fun, but also you as a person are fun. So that's why they would want to come. It's because you as a person they like and you're fun. So you're right. Why would they want to hang out with you? They don't get anything out of it. No, they do. They get to have fun. That's what people want in friends. What's the point of a friend?
Why would a
Have
friend want
somebody
to have fun? Why would a friend want to have fun with me when they're just gonna get a bunch of hate on Reddit if they do one thing wrong?
who gets I don't really think
No, he has a
like
point. He has a point because that's kind of happened.
I mean,
yeah, but
a lot of hate from what people in the community have done have really hurt a lot of my relationships, friendships, and things.
Yep.
Like people just get baited by stuff, and then they come at me like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Dude, that's fake." And it's I don't know, man. People on the internet can be real manipulative, and if they get in the way of a relationship or a friendship that I'm having, it's not going to help it at all.
well, I mean, if they understand your community, which they do, they should be like, okay, like
Yeah, but you can say you understand the community until you're getting a million things coming at you. People attacking you nonstop, telling you all your insecurities out loud. Nobody wants to hear that. So even if they deal with it or even if they know about it, doesn't mean they want to deal with it.
Yeah. That's where you question people's mindsets, where they say they wish they were you. Because I am not to make you feel bad. I don't. I wouldn't want to be yourself. It seems very stressful.
Some days I do want alone time, but I just feel bad for. I just don't think I can do it at the moment. I think it's just not going to be very good for the stream. I think I need to, have. I'm trying to, have as much content as possible. Even when I'm not live, I want people to be streaming, and I want Reddit and stuff to have content. So, I keep people around me at all the time.
People see you as a money beacon, though, and that's why content goes dead when you're not around and all the cameras pointed at you. It's kind of the overlying problem, though, of that as well.
I still feel like it's better than nothing, though. I mean, I just don't want.
Yeah, but then you don't get a minute of peace. You don't get a life at all. Then you don't get a life at all. You lock yourself in your room because people are following you around with cameras and knocking on your window and waking you up at 9 o'clock in the morning. You have no life. You have no time to rebuild any kind of sanity at all. You're in it all the time.
I mean, unfortunately, I think that's kind of my business model, man. Like I want.
No, I understand.
That's the problem. Like I choose this, and it's my business model. I don't want to have a million people around all the time, but in order for me to continue to grow my channel, I feel like it's something that needs to be.
You surround yourself with really stressful. I mean, I understand. Right? Okay, don't get me wrong when I say this, because there's an obvious reason why you keep certain people around because of content. But you surround yourself with people that bring you a lot of stress as well. And it's not wholesome. It's just drama, and that is wear and tear as well on your psyche.
right. But the thing is, it's
Stay
he
ahead of all the
built
drama
this.
all the time.
And he built this in bed, or sheets or whatever. What's the saying? You built this bed and now you have to lay in it. Like it's just a reality. You have to deal with
but the
this.
thing is, it's it's interesting. That's interesting content. It keeps the community engaged. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like, fuck it. But damn, do I like right now this fucking alarm's going off? Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know.
You should grab Pepper and put her in the bathroom.
Isn't it 11 o'clock there? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it's like, I don't know. I know exactly what I have to do for my habit, but it's gonna affect the stream. Is what I'm saying.
I think you should. If it affects the stream, who cares? It's the reality is it's either it's gonna affect the stream a little bit for content, or you're gonna go insane and you're gonna stop streaming. You're gonna be extremely depressed and you're not gonna be yourself. So what's the better option? Cuck a little bit of content and be happy, or be miserable and have top tier content. It's idiotic to think that you should continue pushing this narrative or like this idea that you need to constantly push you have to constantly be there. You have to constantly be pushing stuff for the Reddit. No, dude. It's either you are happy or
Bro, I'm fine.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. You should be happy because when you're happy, everyone else is happy. When you're happy, you're funnier. You're more entertaining. If you're depressed, wait, you're gonna be boring as hell on stream. You're gonna suck. No one's. It's gonna be terrible content. It's both for it's bad for both parties.
Yeah, but the happiest people end up hanging from the ceiling. Like that's not good advice. Just be
What do you mean
happy.
what?
Force it all the time.
I never said that.
It's not a
Yo,
solution.
can you guys
Like,
like
be
turn
happy.
that shit?
When did I say the happy? What?
I
You're
can't
just
even
saying
hear you
be
guys.
happy.
This
Your
fucking
advice is
alarm.
be happy.
I'm not telling him to just be happy. I'm saying that he needs to
did.
do
You did.
what makes him
Okay.
happy more so than just trying to push content and trying to make like crazy shit and worrying about so much about the stream. You should just be happy instead. Do what makes him happy is more of what I was trying to say. Yeah, just be happy.
Okay, fair
Forehead. It's that
enough.
easy.
Fucking alarm.
Look, if I was Paul, I'd wife up Erin, take all the money she's making, the few $1,000s she's getting a day, and go live a happy life in Hawaii. That's just me. I'd say fuck the Reddit, fuck the streams. Erin's making $1,000 a day right now. Take her, go live in Hawaii or somewhere.
I just
Oh,
feel like
man.
you're on this like upward spending curve where your life is getting more and more and more complicated, and you're spending more and more and more money, and you're followed with more and more and more problems, and you're going to have more and more behind you, like just a chaos of destruction behind you as you walk forwards. And
Actually,
eventually something's going to happen where it's
that's
just
a
going to come to a grinding halt.
that's a good way to think about it. Yeah, the more responsibilities I gain, the harder it gets. But you know,
Would downsizing make sense to you? Does like downsizing make sense to you? You started off in LA with a 4K apartment, and everyone's like, 4K, that's ridiculous. This is fucking insane. This guy spends 4,000 in a box, $4,000 every month, forehead, and now you're in an 8K apartment with a dungeon, and you've got like people in your house all the time. You've got homeless people living downstairs that you keep locked downstairs because you really don't want to be around them. Like it's all these external factors that are content, I guess, to keep your network alive and keep like everything 24/7 so everyone's happy, and everything's just on your shoulders all the time. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you
Yeah,
should
but I can't just
downsize.
go. You can't just downsize. You know, you've all
No,
because
I know, but I'm just saying like
I've built this expectation at this.
Mm.
You know, when you
it would
build
be
an
insane to
expectation,
downsize and be like, okay, fuck everyone, cut it off. That's not happening. I understand that.
Have you figured out where you're moving to yet?
no, I have to do a survival. Like we're driving there tomorrow, and I have nowhere to fucking live, and we're going to fucking England. I have so much shit going on.
You can't get the lease again at your place right now.
No.
No, they don't want him there because if you Google where he lives currently, it is known as the Ice Poseidon Hotel, and all this stuff surrounding it, and it kind of ruins their reputation, and they can't sell the other units in the place, so they just want them to leave. They're not evicting him, but they're saying he can't come back, which sucks.
Hmm. Have you been looking anywhere? Have you guys found anything?
Yeah, I mean,
Go back
I
once.
found some house. I found stuff. Problem again is probably going to take a month to find a place because I have no credit. You
And
know?
have you ever thought about coming here and sleeping on my mattress?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't get Airbnb, right, for like a month? Wait, that's a thing, right? You could do that. So you should be
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna get fucking kicked out of the Airbnb in a day. You know what I mean?
It's like all the previous experiences. Like, it's not his house. He wants to live in a place that's his own. All the credit problems in the past has fucked him over as well. So he has all the stress of trying to find a place without getting refused 5 times again. And he did the Airbnb thing already, and like, it's as he said, he got kicked out a bunch of times because they can.
Is your
It's a
leash just
bad
ending?
scenario.
Is your leash just ending, Paul, or are they
No,
kicking you out?
they're telling me to leave because
Uh,
of bad reputation. But
Amicable decision to leave, like, for both parties. Goodbye.
fuck. Yeah, that's not
um,
easy. Dude, your life is not easy, and I don't know how you deal with it. It's a lot of stress. I wish I could help. I don't know what to do as part of the lonely thing. Like
I know.
it's difficult, and like I think you would have figured something out if it was an easy solution. The thing is, I don't know what you could do because
I mean,
it's
buy this
almost
person
impossible.
has a point. I would love to buy a house so I can have something that's my own, but I wouldn't buy a house in LA, and don't feel like moving out of LA is a good choice for this, for stream. It's just every other city is going to be so much more boring, especially a place I would want to buy a house. Like, I don't want to buy a house in a city. I want to buy a house in a fucking suburban somewhere, and
Yeah.
that's not really great content. So I have to wait on that, and so I mean, yeah, I mean, if I could find a girlfriend, that'd be. I just don't think it's happening.
There's no cheap places that are outside the city, or like slightly outside the city. I mean, you don't have to move away from LA, but outside the city a little bit.
Dude, fuck LA, fuck California, and the whole state. Fuck it, dude. It's fucking 40% taxes, dude. Fuck California. They're taking half of my income. Jews. You know what I mean? I don't want to live in California. This place sucks.
So then, what do you want to do? Like, if you don't want to live there,
I would
if you're getting
love to,
kicked out,
dude. I would move to Denver, or I'd move to fucking Florida, back where I grew up, just because I'm pretty comfortable in that city, my hometown. But Denver is beautiful when I went there, so I wouldn't mind.
there's no other place that's like LA. I mean, I understand the thing is, it's like a lot of your content is in LA, but is it? I mean, you've kind of done everything. A lot
If
of
you
the
think about
people that who comes to people have to come to LA, right? Like you,
willing people, actors live in LA, willing people that are like willing to do things for some kind of fame come to LA. That's why this model works.
have you ever thought about, Paul? Maybe look, you're getting kicked out. It doing a test run somewhere else. You know, maybe
Well,
for a
yeah,
few
that's where the idea of the like month-long streamer house came out in another city, but that's not really going to matter because if I'm hanging out in a streamer house, it's basically going to be the same thing as you know. A lot of the ingenuine people are going to come and they're going to try and stream. And, yeah, I don't know. It's not going to be any difference.
That's not true. I think if you move out of LA, when you go out, it will be more genuine people, right? A lot of things.
Not people who show up to my house trying to be streamers.
Yeah. Like the thing is, LA is just filled with those kind of people. If you move somewhere else, it won't be as disingenuous when you go outside.
I got linked the stream of this, and I just wanted to say, I don't think you're ever gonna meet. I think it's very unlikely that you're gonna meet a girlfriend that's in it for the right reasons if you don't have a life outside of streaming. You
Yeah,
know, like,
but even if I
and
did
it's
have
not
a
that
life,
hard to do. Like, you could literally just have another space. You could have a space like Adam's spot where it's just that's where streaming is. That's where everybody meets up, and just have your own. You know what I mean? Your own apartment, whatever. But if you can't put that basic effort to have a life outside of it or leave your apartment for that reason, then I don't see why, you know what I mean? It would make sense for any girl to want to
well,
put
the
the thing into
problem
the
the
world.
problem
That's
is my whole
odd.
business, my whole business model, my whole, the thing, my entire stream is, being super intimate with the viewer. So if I have a separate place and then I have like my other life at my house, it's not going to be the same thing.
I don't think it'll be the same thing, but I don't know. Is it worth it? Do you think you wouldn't be successful if you know what I mean? If like 5 days of the week you went to this office space where everybody hung out and whoever wanted to stream there, but then you also had 2 days where you could just have a private life? You don't think that'd be worth it?
I mean, I think that'd be worth it. I don't think a lot of the viewers would really want it though. I don't think they would.
Would it be maybe something like, okay, I saw this post on Reddit. I thought it was really cool. It was the like Rob Dyrdek thing where like the warehouse. Personally, I think that would be a great idea because that's where all your content would be. You could do whatever you want. You could fuck around. They could build shit, right? That could be a lot of the content is building stuff, like doing stuff over there. People could come in when they want, go out, like stream snipers. You can have all the streamers can come in there. That's where all the content is.
The thing is, a warehouse sounds great, but like on paper, but I don't think it's actually going to be that great for the stream. I think the streams are good because it's like it's like, it's my normal life. This is not my workspace. This is my normal fucking everyday life, 24 hours a day, and everything that happens around me. Sam and Andy, when you're watching his fucking stream in my house, it's like, okay, the viewers just get an insight on what's going on. Not only in my life, but in their lives as well. If we're at a workspace, it's just not going to have the same feeling. And I know all of these problems are completely self-conflicted on myself, but it's.
I think
it comes to it's literally dream content or being as happy or being much more happier. Like, I'm not sad, but I can be much more happier for sure.
If what?
I'm just saying it's either content or being super happy with myself. I can't.
Do you think you wouldn't have content if you just had a place where you would not be streamed 24/7? You wouldn't have content.
I'm sure there'd be content. I just don't. It's just not what I want in my
You have to
so-called business plan.
Take into account that 80-90% of your viewers don't watch Sam and Andy stream. You know what I mean? They don't get 10,000 viewers. They don't get 15-20,000 viewers. They get 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000. So it's like most people still only care about when you're streaming yourself, not seeing some shitty 480p angle on the side. You know what I mean? Like, you make it seem like 10,000 people watching Sam and Andy's stream. That's not the case. Like, I don't know.
They're watching to see what you're doing, not what they're doing. So just the sheer fact that they're in their house means that you are.
Bro, what's up? I'm kind of busy. What's up? What's that? Hold on.
Who is that?
Mind the boy, I'm not Gav.
What's up?
Shut the fuck up.
Hi, Victor.
Yo, what's up, miss? Am I gonna see you at TwitchCon?
You gonna beat me up?
Only if you want me to.
That'd be good content. Yeah, do it.
Just flirting.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I think it's almost an impossible situation that he's in, especially for like.
I think it's pretty simple to fix, to be honest. But you can't have everything in life. You can't have 24-hour streams and then also have a girlfriend that completely cares, and also friends that are cool with being. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I don't know. I think it's better that he is like mentally stable and is able to, like, you know what I mean, actually be happy when he streams than like eventually go through a month of not streaming because he just can't handle it.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like you could either one day he's gonna cave and he's gonna get depressed again. He's gonna do this. He's gonna be out for a few days. Like it's ridiculous to think that, you know, it's ridiculous to think that he can continue doing this forever and not burn out. He's gonna burn out again. It
It's
sucks.
happened in the past, yeah.
It's only getting worse. So he has to. I think pretty much say I'd rather just do something that makes me happy, and whatever that may be, even if it's cooking content, it's worth it.
Mhm.
Okay, what's up?
You want to play Fortnite?
No. But what were we talking about? Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking no, Victor. You have good points, but I don't know, man. I just feel like being intimate with the viewers is much more better content than a warehouse.
So if you want to be so intimate with them, why won't you? You're saying you don't want to show emotions on stream. How are you intimate with them, but you don't show emotions and you suppress emotions?
I show emotions. I just don't want to show the vulnerable one because there's yeah. You're only supposed to be vulnerable with people that you trust, and there's a lot of people on the internet who are just bad, and I obviously wouldn't ever want to trust. And if I put that out there, they're gonna use that against me and be manipulative and shit like that.
That's true. I understand.
I mean, if I say this one thing makes me super sad, or I'm super sad about this one thing, people, and there's gonna be people that just message me that shit all day, and it's just gonna not make me feel very good.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say apart from the thing about getting an office and like having a social life. I think that would fix most of your issues.
I think I think the plan is if I don't get the streamer house, I'm gonna try and get 2 different apartments, one for me and one for where I go to stream. I don't know how that's gonna do. Like honestly, I just think it's gonna be an unnecessary expense.
I think so too. I don't think that's a good idea.
I like the warehouse idea. I thought that was a cool idea.
I think it's a good idea on paper. I just don't think.
Yeah, but then he's living in a warehouse.
No, he's not living in the warehouse.
Oh yeah,
It's just
no, I got you.
Yeah. Think of
It's
like
a place where streamers and stream snipers can go, and it's like the meeting. It's like the hub where they all go.
I think the viewers like to watch stuff that they can relate to, and they wouldn't really be able to relate what's going on if I'm in a warehouse.
How can they relate to your life when it's just people coming into you trying to start careers? How is that relatable?
Yeah, I was going to say exactly that.
Or living in your basement.
It's still a familiar environment, though. Like,
but I don't have homeless people in my basement either.
Okay. Well,
still, but it's in a house. This is where I sleep. It's a familiar situation. If I'm in a warehouse only when I stream, there's nothing familiar about that. It's not relatable, my life already, but at least it's familiar. That's just my way of thinking, and I really don't want to change the so-called business model because it's been working really nicely. I think.
So if you don't want to change your business model, then what are you gonna do? Like I don't know how. Then there is no solution.
That's for me to figure out. That's something I think I have to figure out because I know myself better than anyone else. So, I mean,
were you successful before this business model?
I mean, yeah, but it has gotten much more successful with this business model. I've already created that expectation as well. I can't just, level down on an expectation because now it'll feel much more bland. Dreams.
Well, it's not like you have much competition. I mean, I can't think of anyone else that, like outside of your community is doing what you're doing.
I guess
I don't think they're going to be like, oh, let me go watch, body painting instead of this, or like someone on doing a podcast on Twitch. Like,
I totally agree. I think I don't think there's that much competition either because fucking Twitch is dog shit. But I think it's just about my pride. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm being selfish when I say that. but I pride myself in just like moving up and like leveling up my ability to
Yeah, but as
do
you move
stuff.
up, everything goes up as well. The amount of people in your house, the expenses, the cost of all your bigger streams, everything just goes up with it. Are you really gaining that much more from growing when
Also,
everything
the
costs so much
stress,
more?
the
Yeah,
stress, the anxiety. Like, what are
everything
you
seems
gaining
to be
from it?
leveling out. Everything's going up, but it's still leveling out. Like I'm more successful. I've made all these people, but now I'm responsible for all these people because my name is attached to all these people.
Right. I mean, other people are able to deal with it. You know, other people who have stressful jobs are able to. I
But they
just
still
think,
have time where they have a life. You know what I mean? They don't have jobs that go in
right.
24/7 and then have nobody talk to about it. I don't know. I mean,
I
you
just
also have to
think,
put the effort. Like, I can't say I don't want to. It's like I can't say how many times you wouldn't. The thing is, we would all hang out at your house, and then when people would stream your house 24/7, we would just hang out in other places, but you wouldn't really leave your house. So that's why you kind of stopped hanging out with us. You know what I mean? We'd still invite you all the time. Say, hey, we're gonna go to the movies, or we're gonna have Taco Tuesday, and you know what I mean? We'd even meet up with Voldy, and I feel like I don't know. You just like,
I know, I feel like I've
and
been
I don't mean to
fucking
talk like
no,
shit, but
it's
it's
fine.
just like
I've been a terrible friend, dude. I've been putting ahead of like my actual friends, but you know, it's just part of my fucking business model, I guess.
I
It
don't
just
get how
sounds
you
like
can
you're
complain
prepared
about
to
that.
sacrifice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just seems like you're talking yourself into a corner where you're prepared to sacrifice the next. I mean, let's say your career lasts another 10 years. Like, I'm just going to say fuck it to everything for 10 years and then just walk away from it all.
I
Because
mean,
you don't want to,
that's.
seems like you don't want to change anything at all.
I mean, I don't listen. I want to try and change stuff, but I also don't want to, you know, downgrade or affect the streams in any sort of manner, which I know will happen anyways if I, you know,
You know what you're doing?
I'd say the
depressed.
streams could be
Dude,
better if you're actually motivated and happy with your life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
could I just
You
make
know
a
what I
comparison
mean?
here? This is exactly the same as when you're talking about trying to get a girlfriend, how it's a niche market. You're creating yourself a very niche scenario that is going to be almost impossible. Something somewhere has to give.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would just be great to have something that would hold off that giving out for a while.
Hmm.
You know, if I had a fucking nice girl or something.
Hmm.
Like
Sounds to me like you
people
only
say
want
Katie and like all this shit. Like, fucking, I don't want to date Katie,
But
dude. There's no.
people aren't living your life. People aren't sitting right beside you. They're on the other side of the world, probably looking into their computer screen, and they're like some kind of relationship expert when they're not.
Yeah,
Take everything with a grain of salt. Obviously, you're not stupid, you know that, but take everything with a grain of salt.
Is Destiny here? I feel like he'd know how to work this out better than me, at least.
it's not really. Yeah, I mean,
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
there's. I don't really think this is an issue necessarily needing working out. It's just I just need to think, and I just need to, you know,
Yeah,
just
I understand that.
is it
You need
worth
to
it?
talk
Are the
about it.
sacrifices about? You know, this is not a problem that's from someone else. It's all from me. All you know, it all stems from me, and I can easily put myself in a happier place. It's just,
Uh-huh.
are the sacrifices to make the streams better, in my opinion, worth it? That's basically what it comes down to.
No, and I think all three of us would agree no is the answer.
No, what do you miss? I think you.
But you're also lagging, Victor. Is Amir's
I
Victor
think
was
you
lagging?
I think you mixed it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm lagging because I can't understand what you're saying right now.
What, Miz? Clarify what you mean, because I think you mixed up what you meant to say.
Well, what she was
You're wrong.
essentially saying is it worth it to sacrifice content for happiness, right? Is that what he said?
I think you said it the other way
Basically,
around. But yeah.
no, sacrifice
No,
happiness for content.
yeah. And so that's your decision. I don't know, dude. All right. I spoke my thoughts. I'm gonna head out. If you want to hang out, if you want to plan something, just like show that I don't know, you want to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I got you.
See ya, dude.
Bye, Victor.
If it was up to me, like I said, old town, suburban Florida area.
Yeah, but then you have a problem where,
And then there's no content. Yeah.
yeah, as much as like as you've said, the people from Florida are friendly enough. It's not the same. People don't have the same. People won't have the same drive as people who come and live in Cali, because you have to have some kind of drive to be able to live in Cali, because as you said, it's expensive as fuck. You have to have some kind of hustle.
And you don't think there's a way for you to?
Destiny's not muted, by he's just got his mic muted.
Destiny's here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like you can help. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I think the thing is, like, I mean, as from knowing you, it's something where you. I'm not saying you don't take advice, but you really only listen to yourself, pretty much, right? Like we could pretty much talk our ears off nonstop, but you won't really listen. You have to figure it out yourself.
I mean, I definitely, that's true. I definitely take into consideration what you guys are saying. I love hearing what you guys say. I love seeing your thought or hearing your thoughts and seeing your perspectives. But at the end of the day, I do go think to myself after these conversations, and I just decide what's best for me.
But yeah, and I think you should hit up people like Victor and Kyle and stuff like that. You have Gray. You have people around you that generally do care and are your friends. It's and what you were saying before is where they don't get anything out of it. It sucks that you think that way, and I feel bad because yes, they do get something out of it. They get a friend, and they also get fun. So they do get something out of it. I don't know why you don't think they do. It's not money, it's not fame, it's not power, but they do get fun. That's why friends have friends. They like to hang out and have fun.
Yeah, they get the experience.
Why would people want to come to your birthday? Why would Victor and Kyle want to go? Because they're your friends, because they get to help you and support you, which makes them feel good, because they get to have fun with you, which makes them feel good, because they get to go outside, which and there's a lot of reasons,
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I definitely have forgotten about that.
You don't need to buy friends. That's not a friend then. You don't need to buy friends.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I never, yeah, I don't know. I've lived. I mean, growing up, I didn't really have any friends except for like one or two, and now it's just like all these people around, and they're all like fucking, a lot of
Ulterior motives.
like all have motives and stuff. It's just such a weird spectrum, I guess, from like nobody to just like too many.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nonstop. I think
Yeah,
you should call them more. I think you should hang out with Victor and Kyle more. And if it requires you to, cut content, quote unquote, I think you should, to have friends, hang out with them, and enjoy yourself. Because when you're not enjoying yourself, like, remember last night I talked to you and I said why lately you've been feeling down or looking down, like you haven't been seeming as like energetic or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's like people can see like you don't seem happy and shit. And if you're happy, you're a lot more energetic. You're having more fun and shit. You need to do what makes you happy, because if you don't, then you're cucking content by being sad, and you have to do what makes you happy. And if that's hanging out with friends, if that's calling them,
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. I probably try to do that more often. I do need to hang out with people like that.
Did you have fun yesterday? Despite like
What
having
happened
to
yesterday?
paying people to show up to play in Smash, was that fun for you yesterday? It was seemed more like a genuine thing you were doing.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun. I like hanging out with people.
Yeah,
They
And
just want to
like,
come.
that's less of a it kind of it's going into what I was saying earlier, where you don't have to buy people, but it was like, hey, let's go hang out, but if you win, you can win money off me. But it was for like, you did it thinking that you weren't going to have to pay them off, so it's people just showing up to try their luck, and it just seemed to be more of like a normal stream than, hey, get my closet TTS.
Yeah, no, I mean
You got a leech in your house all the time.
it was a good stream yesterday. I just I don't know. Dude. No, I know. I just there's a lot of the fucked up really grow my channel on YouTube. You know, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just think
I'm not asking you to explain yourself. I don't expect that. It's just trying to highlight too that you don't need to buy people.
yeah. I mean, you're definitely right.
I don't really think you do, but like people are motivated by that. The wrong kind of people. I'm not saying you're trying to buy friends. It's just people will try and become your friends because they can make money off of you, and that's not good.
I
When
know.
you're not surrounded by real people. I know you know that. Like I 100% know you know that. It's just really damaging.
It. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys could try and hang out with some people like Kyle more often. I should. I just feel like I feel embarrassed by it. Just 'cause I feel like I've too far gone. Like I feel like I've been such a bad friend. Just like not acceptable for me to do that anymore. Like try to hang out with him. I don't know. Maybe I have a fucked up way of thinking, but
I mean, do you have a good friendship with like? I mean, and I'm not trying to force you, but like, oh yeah, the way to fix this problem is you got to be friends with Kyle and Victor again. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that
no, I know.
when
Yeah, I know
content
what you're
back then was
saying.
more wholesome. Like, I'm not trying to shoehorn you into doing that. I mean, are you at least surrounded? I mean, Jacob seems to be a really genuine person that you've met through streaming, and I mean, that was like a really lucky thing for you, I would think. That
Yeah, no,
Jacob's
Jacob's been great, man.
Yeah, and Jacob's probably like, obviously you haven't known Jacob as long as you've known Gray, but three peas in the pod probably. You guys get on. As you've described Jacob before, he's not gonna. It's not that he's a yes man for you, but he's not gonna tell you what to do because he's your friend as much as he works for you. You wouldn't keep him around if he was just gonna be like, you have to do this and this and this, or your career's gonna fail, and just negative around you all the time. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have some thinking to do, dude. I know exactly what I need to do. I just need to find the middle ground.
You just need to find the right
To figure
people.
out.
There's plenty of people. I don't want to say his name, but there's
Yeah,
like a streamer
I mean,
who's
finding the right people is not that hard. It's having them want to be my friend is the part that's hard.
I don't want to say his name. People might know who I'm talking about, but there is a streamer who is doing the whole I live at home and I treat my stream like a job, and I will drive to an office to stream. And his relationship is healthy because his girlfriend was a streamer and now isn't anymore. But she understands that she's got that headspace for it already. And his career seems to be on the rise at the minute because he has separated work from his real life.
Right.
I don't want to say, like, I'll tell you who it is, but I don't want to say it on stream. I don't want to name people's names.
Yeah, I think I know anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I might try to do that. Splitting up the apartments thing might be a good idea, but
Try
I know exactly what I need to do. I just need to find the middle content.
Yeah.
And still 24/7 streams, and I am happier at the same time.
Just need to find a way to not have yourself
It's
surrounded
like
by
Albert
people.
Einstein's fucking algorithm, dude. Conundrum. It's like it's a fucking formula, and you have to figure out how to solve it.
Yeah. It's good that you're already self-aware. That's the first step. You already know what's up. It'd be different if you didn't know what the fuck was wrong.
All right, Sam, what's up?
How's it going, boss?
Chilling. You heard what's being said here?
Yeah, let me take my fucking self off loudspeaker. Yeah, look, I don't know. This is how I think it is, and what's like fucking weird with what we do is that, say you have a fucking normal office job and you fucking love that job, it's something you wanted to work towards for your whole entire life. It doesn't mean there's not going to be sacrifices you have to make, and you have to take time out when you're at work. You don't get to see your girlfriend, your friends. You have to sit in your job, and you're underneath someone else's management, and you only get to go and eat when you're told you're allowed to go and eat, etc., etc. We just have them different issues in a different way doing what we do. And I just think you've got to see that a little bit as well. That like the sacrifices you take, it the sacrifices we take in a different way to what we would be if we were doing a 9 to 5 job. We get lots of freedom in certain ways, but you got to remember it's your job. And I think you get like pretty hard on yourself because you forget it's a job and you think that it's your life, and it is your life. I know it is your life. I think if you started to kind of think of it a little bit more as a job, then maybe you'd be able to kind of like deal with the kind of like the stresses a little bit better.
Sam, you know why people don't like it when you speak? Your mic is making it impossible to tolerate your voice.
All right, give me a second. I've on my fucking computer.
Thank you.
I think that was really good advice, though.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me transfer over 1 second.
I think Sam has really great perspective on
Right.
great perspective on stuff.
Well, I mean, he's the closest to you in this situation, so I'd hope so.
But like I said, I mean, like you said, I know all that stuff as well. Like I'm pretty what's going on and why I feel like shit sometimes. I just don't know how I should go about it. But I'll figure it out eventually. It'll come to me one day. Maybe over time the business model change as well.
Yeah, you've
Go from
evolved
there.
past all different kinds of content. You've gone from playing RuneScape to eating at Denny's to Pokemon Go stream, where like you're basically finessing the rules of the website. Like, oh, I'm eating a cold taco because I'm social eating, but I'm actually bowling. But here's me eating a cold taco. Like you've engineered a whole section on a website that died today, which is funny. You evolved past that to doing like RP streams, and then you changed to other games, and then you moved out to LA after like IRL came out, and you started doing Reddit recaps on also things as part of your stream, and then you started doing events, and then you've done version 2 of each event so far, I think, and things will change. Streamer seem to be like the next step, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
If the streamer house does happen, I think it a good involvement. I think we would separate some things a little bit easier with that. I'll just have more space for myself, you know.
Yeah, and people that are in the house would be in the house to stream. You wouldn't be struggling with people all being offline all the time unless they're in your house because you're all in the same.
What's this like? What's the issue you're having currently? Like, I listened a little bit, but like, are you saying that all the people around your house, it's just like too much for you, or what?
I mean, not really. I mean, sort of, but it's more just today I woke up and I just don't really think I had anybody. I didn't have anybody that I wanted about my feelings. Shit. And I was looking, you know, thinking about my birthday, and I was like, wow, I don't really want to invite most people just because they won't get anything out of it for one, and then for two, it's like I don't even think they would care that much, but they would pretend to, you know.
I thought you were pretty aware of like the people who are around you, who are like, you know, your friends and who are part of like the Ice Poseidon show. You know what I mean? I thought you was pretty self-aware of that.
I'm pretty aware. Yeah, I can see straight through people. So I think you're a super nice guy. And I love the advice you give. Like your perspective on things is really good. But I wouldn't tell you or anyone else that I live with about any of my emotional problems. You know what I mean? Just because you're also a streamer, and so therefore we're doing some business together. Wouldn't want to mix emotional shit with business.
Yeah, but I'd rather be your friend than be your business partner. You know what I mean? If me not being part of your streaming life meant that like I could help you as a friend, I'd much rather choose that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can't like me and Evan sit down for at least an hour every day and we talk about life. We talk about what we're doing. We talk about everything, not just stream stuff. If I'm feeling down, me and Evan talk about it, and that doesn't affect anything we do on stream.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but I wouldn't want you to give up streaming because obviously all these people. Hold on, what is that noise?
Jesus Christ. God damn it.
I want all these people around. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't want to tell anyone around me emotional stuff. One, because I honestly just don't trust anyone around me to be super vulnerable to them. And two, I don't business with emotions. Like I like a lot of the people I hang around, but I still will never trust anyone in terms of like putting myself in a vulnerable situation.
And I get the biggest vibe from you on that, and I think that's why you find it so hard to like find a girl you like, because you're so scared of being vulnerable to anyone. And I think that's just something that you need to learn to deal with. And I'm not saying that I haven't been like that. I think a lot of people are like that, but I think you need to like identify your own issues, and you need to see that I think that's genuinely quite a big issue that you have, that you're scared of being seen as a real human.
I mean, I don't know. I think most of the girls I've hung around 2 months, I really tried to like them. Like I'm desperate for affection, and I'm desperate to give affection to someone else. Like I'm desperate for it, dude. And I've tried, and none of the fucking girls, there's just no connect. I just didn't connect with them. You know what I mean? So I just haven't found somebody I want to. Like I've literally tried to open up to some of these girls, but okay, I don't want to throw fucking names out there. But the most recent one, fucking like she slept over, and you know who I'm talking about, Sam.
Yeah.
She didn't fucking talk. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's just one gal. I mean, yeah, and also like a thing that concerns me is just like the way you talk about like needing a gal. And again, I've been there, and it never will come. Like you won't find a gal if you're like, I need a girlfriend right now. I need someone, like, because what you'll do is you'll start forcing like things in relationships, and they'll just never work out. Like it just happens. You'll find a gal when you find a gal, and I think you've got to understand, you've got to be happy in yourself before that you can just be like, I need to find a girl. Do you know what I mean? Get happy, and then they'll just come. It will just happen. Don't worry too much about finding a fucking girl.
I agree on that. That girl I went to go see in Missouri, she was exactly that. I didn't really plan on wanting to date her, but after we hung out for a couple of days, I was like, damn, I really like this girl. And then she got doxxed, and then she's like, well, fuck this shit. So that's like the other issue. There's like people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just need to find someone. You need to find someone who's more resilient. Do you know what I mean? Like I clearly want to be with a gal that can take my life and take my streaming life. And I mean, fuck, Hannah gets every single day videos of me kissing Cassandra or talking about fucking Cassandra sent to her. And most
girls aren't like Hannah though.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's why you just gotta chill and wait for that to happen and not try and force it, because it will happen. There will be a gal that's cool and loves you enough to deal with all that shit. You just gotta. It took a long time, and it weren't like that instantly with me and Hannah. She didn't even want to date me when we first met. It took time for us to like grow closer to each other. I've known Hannah for like a year and a half, and we've only been dating for like 4 months.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
I-
it's just at this point I'm just desperate for it. So that's
I know, and that's not like that's
it's
nothing
just
to be
been getting
ashamed
worse.
of.
It's been getting worse and worse, and yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hard because I know exactly how you feel. I've been in that place where I just want to have someone who's always you want someone who you can open up to and be be yourself and just have someone that's there for you all the time, pretty much.
Honestly, I hate talking about this shit. You know, I don't want somebody to be like, Paul, am I not a good enough friend for you? Like, I feel like I'm just offending people around me, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I just don't want to tell anybody about my issues.
Yeah. No, I get it. Oh well, if you need anything, I'm here. I mean, whatever you end up doing, I'm always going to be your friend. And I mean, if you need me to start packing my bags to move with you to Florida, I'm there. No, I'm kidding, but just do your thing. And I mean, honestly, if you want to talk, I'm always here. And if you tell me stuff strictly off stream, I'm always going to stick to that. I got you.
All
All right.
good. Thanks.
All right. I love you, brother. Honestly, I really do. Have a good evening.
Love you, dog.
Bye bye.
I mean, I think I've pretty much explained how I'm feeling today in the best way possible. At this point, it's just up to me to figure out the formula or the solution.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put something together that Victor was saying earlier. Your life is your stream, right? And you stream your life. Okay. How do you maintain a relationship with somebody off stream if there is no off stream you? It's your whole life, and you want somebody that's not a clout chaser, that's not in it for themselves. But how are you supposed to find somebody like that that isn't going to immediately be interested in what you're doing because it's all you do? It's your whole life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna happen while I'm a streamer.
Uh-huh.
Although I would like it to happen.
Yeah, it's just I think you have to be as
My
transparent.
solution for the past year was hiding Caroline pretty well because I was able to be pretty happy in my free time when I need somebody to talk to. Then I have the stream as well. So,
But she was also somebody who's hyper aware of publicity and everything that surrounds it, and controversy and drama, and someone who's obviously well versed in it because of her history.
I know,
But
she
that in
had
itself was a problem.
She had a lot of cons.
I think
But
Kyle's here.
she had a lot of cons, but she still was somebody who made me happy in life. Like, made me feel really good.
He is here. Not sure if he's in this channel though.
Was he here?
I'm not sure. People are pinging me in. I haven't seen him in here. Sorry about that. I don't know.
But that was my solution for the past year. I mean, obviously that came crashing down when it all got figured out. But before it came crashing down, I thought it was working pretty well as a solution to the problem.
I think Kyle wants to talk to you on stream. Not in that sense, like he would talk to you, but just not on stream. He'll just talk to you as a friend.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, should talk to Kyle. if you go now and talk to Cal, you should do that.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for giving me the advice.
Yeah, that's all right.
I feel like you being, super in with this, super in on ideas, like you just, you have good perspectives.
Yeah, the inner circle rings a bell. Yeah, my whole thing is I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. I know you're not. That's a really bad choice of words. I know you're not trying to do that either. It's just keep everything progressive.
Right.
Give
All right.
nobody
Well,
any ammunition.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I'm gonna go and do my own thing now. So take it easy, everyone.
Yeah, hopefully you feel better.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll just wake up tomorrow. I'll be fine.
Hopefully venting a little bit will ease your mind a bit. You've talked about what's going on and people have a bit of perspective of what's bothering you instead of speculating and creating whole loads of shit on Reddit that just poisons your
Well,
mind.
That's kind of why I wanted to come on here. I didn't really want to stream it because I didn't want a bunch of fucking trolls. I wanted like people who be
Yeah.
at least, at least a little bit respectful. So like Discord was a good place. I just wanted to give insight on how I was feeling, so people didn't come up with these stupid conspiracies.
Hmm. That's the first thing that happens anytime you try to take back any of your life and be private is people make conspiracy theories.
But all right, I'll see y'all later.
Yep.
Peace.
See ya.